Ever drag yourself to a 9 a.m. meeting feeling like your brain's still asleep, only to hit your creative stride right when everyone's packing up to go home? Your body doesn't run on a 9-to-5 schedule that was essentially made up by Henry Ford in the early 1900s. It runs on its own internal clock, and forcing yourself to work against it is like trying to swim upstream, exhausting and inefficient. Today we'll explain what chronotypes and energy cycles are, review research showing how misalignment with your natural rhythms kills productivity, and then give you 4 practical ways to structure your workday around energy instead of arbitrary office hours. Here's what's actually happening in your brain. Your body operates on 2 main timing systems that directly impact your productivity. The first one, there's your chronotype, essentially your genetic preference for when you're most alert. Scientists have identified that we naturally fall into different types. Some people are wired to wake up at dawn and fade by dinner. Others are foggy until noon, but brilliant at midnight. And most fall somewhere in between. If you're someone who can't think straight before 10 a.m., no matter how much sleep you get, you're probably what researchers call an evening chronotype. Now, here's where it gets even better. Layered on top of your chronotype are iridium rhythms, 90 to 120-minute energy cycles that repeat throughout your day. Sleep researcher Nathaniel Kilderman discovered these back in the 1950s. During each cycle, you get roughly 90 minutes of high energy and focused, followed by about 20 minutes where your brain basically demands a break. So why does this matter for your productivity? Because right now, you're probably fighting both systems. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but does this actually make a real difference? Let me tell you, the research is pretty clear, and the numbers are kind of shocking. Over 8,000 Japanese office workers were studied in research published in Sleep and Biological Rhythms. And here's what they found. People forced to work against their natural rhythm lost 5 to 6% of their productivity every single day. That's not a small dip. Over a year, that's literally weeks of lost productive time. The study also found that this happens through a domino effect. When evening chronotypes, those people who naturally thrive later in the day, were forced into early schedules, they didn't sleep well. And when they didn't sleep well, their work suffered. The opposite was true for morning types who stayed up late. Their productivity tanked too. And here's the best part. When evening types could wake up later, their productivity improved dramatically. Same people, same job, different timing, completely different results. So how do you actually work with your energy instead of against it? Here are 4 actionable strategies for you. First, figure out your chronotype. You probably already know this intuitively. When do you naturally feel sharpest? If you could design your perfect workday with 0 constraints, when would you start? That gut feeling is usually right, and you can verify it by tracking your energy levels for a week. Just rate your focus and alertness for every hour on a scale of 1 to 10. The patterns will become obvious real fast. Second, map your iridium cycles. Once you're tracking your energy anyway, look for those 90-minute patterns. You'll start seeing peaks and valleys throughout your day. These patterns tell you exactly when to schedule the deep work versus when to batch emails or take meetings. Most people hit a wall every 90 minutes or so. That's not random. That's your biology. Third, protect your peak hours fiercely. Once you know when you're the sharpest, block that time for your most cognitively demanding work. Strategy sessions, complex problem solving, creative work, whatever requires your A game goes here. Use your lower energy periods for routine tasks, admin work, or collaborative meetings where the group energy carries you through. And fourth, take breaks every 90 minutes. When you feel your focus starting to slip, usually around the 90-minute mark, don't try to power through. Your brain is signaling it needs recovery. Go take 15 to 20-minute walk, stretch, or grab some fresh air. Studies show that these breaks aren't lazy. They're essential for maintaining high performance throughout your entire day. If you've got more flexibility in your schedule, Even shifting your work hours by an hour or two to match your chronotype can make a massive difference in your productivity. And if you don't have that flexibility, just knowing your patterns helps you work smarter within the constraints you have. Remember that person dragging into that 9 a.m. meeting? That might be you. Not because you're lazy or unmotivated, but because you're fighting your biology. The 9-to-5 schedule isn't based on how humans actually work. It's based on manufacturing era factory shifts. But we're not machines that run continuously at the same output. We're humans with natural energy rhythms. And when you embrace those rhythms instead of fighting them, you don't just get more done. You feel better doing it. Your move.